So you bought your Jimmy wheel, you've got the DIY version, smart. It's much cheaper and a lot easier to do than you might think. But you still need some guidance, which is fair enough. The yellow and the black there, cables go to the receiver, so your remote signal input is already plugged in. You will need to pair your remotes to the receiver. To do that, you press that down once, and then you press the button on your remote. You can use A or B, but we're only just programming one of those buttons to the remote. So once you press that little white button down on the receiver, you press the A or the B, whichever one you want to use on your remote, until you hold that A in until it actually pairs. And you'll know it pairs because you'll hear clicks and so forth. So I recommend you do that before you actually install your Jimmy wheel. Otherwise, when you pair it, the Jimmy wheel will actually actuate. So most Jimmy wheels should come with these dip switches up and down in certain places. You can change 3 and 4 to suit your needs. But essentially, 3 is for the direction of the wheel and 4 is where you want to have the automatic close on. Now, your limit switches, they'll come with 2 bare ends. What you want to do is put one of them, your close one, in IP3. So you put one of the cores off that into there and then the other one into ground. Your open limit switch you put into IP4. So one of the cables, it doesn't matter which one, either one goes in IP4 and the other one goes into ground. If you're using the manual button, that goes into IP2. So one of them goes into IP2 and then one of them goes into ground. Now, down here is the business end. OPA is for our lock. So if you've ordered the lock, you put number 1 in this one here on the left, and then number 2 over here. With your motor goes in here. It doesn't matter which cable you put into which one, either is fine. If you need to change the polarity, then that's what number 3 is all about. Okay, so that pretty much covers it. You get glands. I suggest you drilling them in over here on the left. That gives you all this space over on the right to put whatever batteries you want to put in. We do provide a wiring harness pre-terminated with female right angle crimps to put onto batteries that actually have the male components of those. If you get batteries with different sort of connections, then you can cut those and put the appropriate connectors on there. We're running the power directly to our control here from the battery. That's because this solar controller, as awesome as it is, can't handle the current that we want to run through our motors and our electronics. So we connect these in parallel. So basically the 2 blue cables there, one goes to the solar controller and then one goes to the electronics over there. Similarly with the red, one goes to the battery and then one goes to our switch. Our switch is off and then reset. It works as a circuit breaker as well. So if more than 10 amps of current go through there over a period of time, then that will switch off. And last but not least, you'll also need to put, and it is last, it's the last thing you want to do, you want to put your solar panel into there. Now, just a word of caution, it's not a bad idea to use a gland like this as a breather. You can put it up the top here and it will allow hydrogen to breathe out. That's important in case you get a buildup of hydrogen inside your enclosure and it ignites and it explodes. That only happens if it can happen if the solar controller isn't doing the job properly. These Victron Energy ones are probably the best in the business, so it's a risk you can run, and I think you'll be pretty safe. But SLA batteries, if you're using SLA batteries, they do recommend that you have a breather to release hydrogen in case of those circumstances. As always, if you've got any questions, reach out to Jimmy Will, 02 9119 2949, any day of the week during business hours. That's 7 days a week, business hours in the eastern states of New South Wales. Have an awesome day.